Hello, everyone. Here we are, Robin and Anna, and we are back for the Tipsy Realtor, and we're in October, which is our favorite month. I love October. It's so fun.
Yes, and it's beautiful outside. And Robin is back.
I am back
Yeah.
from my work trip.
Yeah. I feel like I should make her like drink alone because like she left for so long.
You had a partner. You had two drinking
Yeah,
partners
I
last
know,
show.
I know.
So,
Yeah.
but this week, what we're doing is we're going to make a drink called the Poison Apple, which is super cool, and it looks really, really neat, so can't wait for you guys to see it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to talk, and that makes it look weird. I think it looks like a poison apple. That is what you would drink if someone was about to poison you. So,
Obviously, don't do it.
so we're going to talk about that and the poison apple questions that realtors will ask you when interacting with them. So these are the questions that seem innocent, but they're not. And they're the questions actually that I know we routinely will warn our clients about when going in open houses or talking to other real estate agents, because realtors still have a job to do, and the job they're doing is not always in your best interest.
Exactly. But well, let's start drinking.
Start drinking.
Oh, let's start making this crazy looking drink.
All right. So here we are. So this drink actually comes with a couple cool ingredients. So we're going to do the first one, which is cranberry juice. And it's just a third of a cup of cranberry juice. So a third of a cup of cranberry juice into a shaker full of ice. Then a third of a cup of apple cider, which apple cider is actually seasonal right now. So you can actually grab it. It's pretty cool. It's
And it's
anywhere.
an October drink too, I think.
Is. And then we do a teaspoon of edible glitter. So this edible glitter, I actually got gold online just through Amazon, my favorite place to buy everything.
Can I see this?
Yes.
Does it smell?
I don't think so. Just edible glitter. An ounce of grenadine.
Tasteless. Edible food grade. Oh. So if I get poisoned today by poison apple, you know why? Here's the glitter.
And then 2 ounces of Fireball.
Just the right amount.
Just the right amount. All into a cocktail shaker, and then we shake. Fireball. Fireball. Yeah. Now, you can use any glass for this. I almost used a martini glass, but I ended up deciding to use a stemmed wine glass because I feel like if someone was going to poison you, that's what they'd give it to you in.
A goblet.
A goblet.
Used a goblet or like a king's goblet. Oh my god, that would be. Yeah, like the color is, it's like when you cleaned a lot of brushes. Can we ignore that?
Yeah, we can ignore
it. We have a call coming in.
We're just ignoring it. So if it's you calling, super sorry.
Yeah.
And then garnish, of course, with an apple.
Okay. So, and let's show our viewers.
So this is hers after it's settled, and this is mine as soon as you can see.
Let me here. I'll do
you want to spin yours? But it's cool because you can see the glitter spinning in the glass as you're drinking it. It's so cool.
Oh my goodness. So it's kind of like a sunset color, like with a, with
and you see the glitter, which is so cool. Yeah, they can see it.
Oh my god.
See, I think that's so neat.
Well, let's try this.
Okay.
Oh, smells like an apple pie.
Does it? Let's see if
a little bit sour.
If Anna dies, it wasn't me.
Tart.
It is tart. But it just kind of tastes like fruit juice. Like, I wouldn't know there was alcohol in there. And if I was being poisoned, I would not know there's poison in there. Not giving anyone ideas.
Okay, you know what it tastes like? It's kind of weird. It's probably like it's an European thing. But we kind of like make sour apples. So it's like a pickle from the apple for the winter.
Okay.
And it's kind of, when you open it in the winter, you eat it, it tastes like that. It's like pickled sour apple.
I'm really excited about the gold glitter.
It is very pretty. Like, now you're looking at that.
Like with the sheen of the light?
Yeah.
It is very pretty.
It doesn't taste bad.
No, not at all.
Odd.
It does taste like a sour apple.
Yeah.
But it's a very festive drink. Like, you have to say super festive, super fall. Like, this is a great thing. And because of the way they gave the measurements, if you ever wanted to do like a big, huge, like punch bowl of it, You could.
Yeah, it's not like strong at all. I think the Fireball really gives that cinnamon kick, or like
Yeah.
the apple pie flavor, but it's not sweet at all. Monotart, cool color. So if you want like an easy drink, I
Yep.
guess for like festivities, this is definitely a nice, fall, cool looking
It would be a good one to
drink.
serve like if you're doing like a Halloween party.
Yeah,
This would be a
yeah.
great Halloween party drink.
Poison. Yes. All right.
Okay.
Let's
So,
talk about real estate now.
all right. So now we're going to talk about the poison apple questions that realtors will ask you. And we're going to start with open houses. So I always tell people with an open house, you have to understand the realtor sitting the open house is either the listing agent, which means that they're there solely on the benefit for the benefit of the seller. That is their only purpose of that house is to sell the house and gather information for the seller to benefit the seller. So every question they're asking you is not in your best interest unless you establish what is called a transaction brokerage relationship with them, which should be done in writing. So,
Right. Like, so if you're a buyer, remember there are a brokerage agreement between you and a realtor, and there's different kinds of it. I think we should do like a show about it, actually.
I think we might
We might
have a
have,
show,
you might
or we
done a
have one
show.
coming. So basically, what
Yeah.
it is you have 6 fiduciary obligations when a realtor represents you and only you: obedience, loyalty, reasonable care and skill, full disclosure, full accounting, and loyalty.
Go.
So what ends up happening is when you're in a transaction brokerage, obviously you can't be loyal to 2 masters with opposing interests, and obviously you can't keep confidence and fully disclose to 2 people with opposing interests. So those 3 obligations go away, but obedience, reasonable care and skill, and full accounting are the 3 fiduciary obligations that stays between the agent. So the agent in that point has to act fair in the transaction and not in
Right.
favor of one party or the other, and has to give equal information to both parties of the transaction. That is transaction brokerage.
Basically, when you come into open house, you don't, you either have it already with the existing realtor, or you may become in a transaction brokerage with a person that is an open house.
Absolutely.
Sometimes at open house, there's a realtor who, as you said, listing realtors, actually directly on a contract, or it could be an associate from the same firm that doing an open house, which means they actually have no obligations technically.
Most likely.
Yes. Again, depending on the brokerage policies, but to the seller or to you. And at this point, they're trying to get you as a client, and they will be asking you questions. But let's say we're talking about if you already have kind of a realtor. So, like, let's say our client went to open house.
Okay, and we're
Yeah.
sitting the open house.
Yeah.
So
No. We're not seeing open house. Our client went to seeing open house.
our client
Yeah.
went to an open house
Yes.
against our better judgment and
Yeah.
advice for them not to go to open houses, so we tell them not to do that. But that's okay.
Yeah, and that's where the trouble come around, because as you walk into open house, the realtor who is there starts asking you questions.
That's right.
Like, how long you been looking for the properties? Do you live in the community?
And
Are you renting, or you need to like are you owning? Those seems like a very innocent questions,
But
but
they're not.
really not.
No. So how long have you been looking for a home? They want to gauge what your motivation is. Did you just start? Have you been looking a long time? Because if you write an offer when you say to them, I've just started looking for a home, that means that they know you're really motivated and that this is kind of like that house that you're super excited about. So most likely they're going to be able to push you up in price when it comes to the negotiation of the offer. If they say, oh, what do you think of the home? Well, if you tell them what you think of the home, saying how great you think it is, how wonderful you think it is, all that kind of stuff, they're going to tell that to their clients because they're going to use it against you in the negotiation because they know that you're in love with the home.
Well, let's say you even look for the home for a very long time, and you decide to write an offer, and the realtor remembered you from open house. So, oh, this person they spent a long time in a house. So longevity, how long you spend in a house, and then they said they liked it. They looked forever. They really like this house. So again, when you come to negotiation table, losing side.
Now, also too, is if they say, does this price range suit you? And you say, actually, no, it's a little on my high side. Well, if you're in a competing offer situation, what could end up happening is if your offer and another offer is fairly similar, the realtor may say to the client, to the seller of the house, well, I know that these guys are probably above what they expected to pay and what they can afford. So the likelihood of their financing going through is low, and they may intend or may choose to take the other offer because of that information that you gave away at the open house to someone who was not acting in your best interest.
And you know what it sounds like? Oh, I will never see those things. Happens all the time.
All the
As
time.
all the time. When I am an open house, people tell me this information and they end up in exactly the same situation. They're all competing. And I'll tell the seller, those people already told me that's on their maximum budget. And it like that information, because my fiduciary duty to my seller to tell them everything that I collected so far, information wise.
Yeah. What you know, they know.
Exactly. What are some of other things?
So my other one that is always when they're going through the house and they're saying, "Oh, have you signed anything with your real estate agent?" Mm-hmm. So the reason they're asking those questions about do you have an agent? One, they want to know who they're representing. Two is have you signed anything? Because we can have signed contractual relationships, and with signed contractual relationships, a lot of times agents aren't telling you, but you get a choice of three. Lots of times agents won't tell you that there is three. They'll just have you sign one without giving you the option or telling you that there is an option. So the first one is called customer status. This means that you and the agent have no real loyalty to each other. They just have to be honest, give you the information of which you ask for. The second one is a non-exclusive buyer brokerage agreement. So this is saying, you know what? I'm not loyal to you. You're not loyal to me. But if I happen to walk you through a house and you like and write an offer, I get paid on the transaction. Mm-hmm. Then the third one is exclusive. And I like to call this real estate marriage. So real estate marriage means you can't see other realtors and I can't prioritize other clients that sign an exclusive contract after you or a non-exclusive or a customer status. So what ends up happening is a lot of times realtors just like to guarantee that client and they'll just offer you that exclusive contract, but there is a choice of three. And that's why the realtors are saying, what kind of contract did you sign? Because if it's non-exclusive, it just means that the houses that agent shows you are obligated. Well, not even then, actually, it's whoever writes a contract wins at that point. So that agent is only going to get paid if he writes a contract and that's it. So you can see other realtors. But if it's a non-exclusive contract, that means your real estate marriage and they can't touch you and we can get in trouble for it. Literally.
Cannot touch you.
Yeah. So that's something to know that's the reasons why they're asking those specific questions about the kind of contracts that you signed and did you sign, because now they're gauging, are you a potential client for them?
Exactly. Yeah. And again, like, so we always fishing for motivation, your ability and capability of purchasing the property. If not this one, the next one. And of course, our thing is like, do you own or rent?
Do you own or rent?
Then we know if you need to sell. Again, either I can bid on selling property and buying your property. Or I know like, oh, you need to sell. Do you need to sell first before you buy? So I kind of know how serious and how ready you are to buy this particular property.
Oh, here's the other good one that realtors always ask is when are you thinking about moving into your new home? Because that is also a gauge of motivation. If you're like, well, I'm thinking about moving into my new home. I've got to move in by February. Awesome. So I know that the closer to February you come, the more motivated you'll be to buy a house, whether it's this one or the next one. And if you work with me, that's my I know your motivation. The other one, especially if they're representing the other side, is why are you choosing to move? Realtors will ask you that question. And what ends up happening is if you're like, well, I'm in, you give them the motivation. So I'm in a divorce. I've been relocated.
My life has changed.
Exactly. Just won the lottery. Exactly. All this kind of stuff.
So one thing I want to mention, people, when we're representing, sometimes we do represent both sides. The two things we never can disclose on either side.
No matter who you're representing.
Yes, no matter. Is like, why are they selling? Why somebody is buying? How much they would accept to sell the house for, and how much more they would like to offer for the house.
So we can disclose that about our clients, but if you give it to us freely at an open house, we can use it against you all day long.
What I'm trying to say is that information stays confidential, even if I represent the both sides.
Yes.
But if you come in and
You have your own agent.
you have your agent and you just chatting and like, oh, I just sold my house, I'm downsizing, I'm getting divorced. Well, as if you coming back with the offer, I have the most confidential information that I will never disclose as a realtor and a
About my client.
fiduciary
Yeah.
about my client, and you just freely give it away. So that's why it's a poison apple.
It is a poison apple. And don't get me wrong, realtors are not trying to be mean people. You just have to remember they're not on your side until they are officially on your side.
That's right. That's why we have the agreements. That's why they protect the both sides. Those service agreements that protect the buyer, the seller, the realtor, and they tell you how they work together.
Exactly. And what they're
Yeah.
allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do, which is
Yeah.
why the agreements became mandatory in our real estate act and why they're so important that until you have those agreements, you
Yeah.
really should keep your private confident information private.
Exactly. If you happen to like the realtor and open house, like a lot of people do.
Oh, like
Yeah,
us? We're
yeah.
so
Oh,
likable.
you know what? They say, listen, I would like to work with you. We usually follow up, get you information, follow up after open house, and we sit down and chat more about one-on-one. And in that case, we will sign via brokerage agreement with you, which is basically we like the exclusive one because we are serious, you are serious. Let's work together.
Well, I always say that I'll sign what I call as real estate dating, which is a non-exclusive, but like all good girls, I'm eventually going to want a commitment.
That's way too much paperwork. I was like, you're allowed. Like, I need a commitment here thing. But I hope that gives you guys some idea, like, uh, ask more questions. I think if you are going to open house, you should be asking questions of realtor
and
about
not answering them.
Exactly. Like ask about the roof, about how long the person lived there, what kind of improvements they've done. That's why you went to open house to find out that information. Look at the place and find out the details because at the end of the day, the listing realtor that does open house wants to give you that information so you can make that decision very easy to write an offer and buy it.
Now, when you phone about houses that are listed for sale as well, understand that is very specific. That realtor you're phoning, if that's their listing, they're 100% acting on the side of the seller always. So again, if you're calling to ask questions about a listing, make sure you're asking the questions, not answering them.
That's right. Okay.
All right, price time.
Price time. All right. So it's a first week.
First week of October. Woo!
Yeah.
I love these. Honestly, these
first
Echo
prize
shows.
of season 5.
First prize of season 5. I can't believe it's been so long.
All right. So let me put the sound on because I like how when it's like.
She likes the spinning sound. It makes her happy.
Yeah, there you go.
Who wins? Who is it?
Alice Killam.
Nice,
Right.
Alice. You get an Echo show. If you need help learning how to use or all the benefits of them, please let me know. She is my computerized assistant in my home.
Yes, and if you can use it, I'm sure your grandchildren can.
All right. So next month, this month, what I love is we decided to do a super manly prize because when we give it away, we will be in Movember.
Yes.
So we're doing a super fancy prize, manly prize.
Oh my God.
It's so manly. Look at that.
Super cool. I don't know how to find stuff like this.
It is a whiskey decanter that looks like a gun. How could you not be more manly than that? It's so cool.
And scary for October. I think it's a perfect fit for both.
There you go.
Yeah. What are we doing next week? What are we drinking?
Oh, well, next week we're actually drinking the Corpse Reviver, and we're talking about how to revive a dead deal.
Ooh, spooky. So get ready for scary drinks and spooky topics.
All right. But of course, as always,
no. Hold on.
What did I forget?
We are doing Canada Women's Expo this weekend. It starts on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at BMO Center, Calgary.
Come see us.
We are booth 351.
That's right.
Yeah, 351. Come. We should have given the samples. We have tons of cool giveaways.
1 second.
You can do that. Kind of do your own spin the wheel and get a really cool prize. We're really gonna pour out everybody who's gonna show up at our booth. And that's 351. Oh, there's Robin. She's actually bringing the samples. Here you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can come and spin the wheel for a thermal wine glass.
Yeah. And it looks like a poison apple.
It looks like a poison apple. A
Pizza cutter
with bottle opener.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't. A actual bottle opener
for the wine.
for the wine.
Yeah.
A portable dog bowl for those who have puppies.
Yeah.
I really like that one. A stress coloring book.
Yes. You never know.
You never know. And a cutting board.
Or paddle.
Or a paddle. Oh my gosh. Not that kind of show.
Oh my god. So those are all cool prizes, giveaways actually, available at the Women's Expo, Demo Center all weekend long, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Robin and myself will be speaking on Health Stage on Saturday, October 5th at 3:45 and 4:15.
That's right.
My topic will be how we can empower ourselves as women through ownership of real estate. And Robin, you'll be talking about
how I'm so awesome for a whole half an hour.
Customize.
How to make your finances merge to your personality type.
Yeah, super cool topic. Actually, our topics will link perfectly together. We're very excited. We hope to see you on Saturday for our speaking event. But if not, come see us at 351 booth.
Yes, but of course, most importantly, like and love our show. Yeah. That is how you enter to win the super cool gun smoking prize of the whiskey decanter that looks like a gun.
Yeah. The dog is like dying over there. He's like, let me in.
Fine.
He's like, give me the dish.
I know, my dog is fine. All right, but most importantly, if you know anyone buying or selling a home in real estate, if you have any questions about real estate, if you just want to get some really good advice on real estate, please feel free to give us a call. The number on the screen, myself, Anna, and Michelle on the team are always here to help you. Doesn't matter if you just need advice, questions, or you just have some curiosity. Please call us because we're here for you. Your friends, your family, your coworkers, even the people you don't like, will help those people out too.
Exactly. I hope to see you guys on the weekend.
See ya. Bye.